This is Pete Fletcher from around the galaxy, and welcome to Disturbances in the Force.
I felt a great disturbance in the Force.
Many of the truths we cling to depend greatly on our own point of view.
Well, another week, another flood of news, rumors, clickbait, and speculation. All the links to the stories we're going to talk about can be found in the notes below, and I urge you to check them out. So let's get to it. Well, Ming-Na Wen confirmed via social media earlier this week that the first season of the Book of Boba Fett has been completed, which keeps it on track for its Christmas 2021 release, slated on Disney+. According to sources at Collider, the Boba Fett Fennec Shand series should almost be thought of as essentially Mandalorian Season 2.5, based on some strong connections to the record-breaking series. However, Rotten Tomatoes has quoted Tamora Morrison, the actor behind the titular Boba Fett, as saying, quote, "We're going to see his past and where he's been, and now's the time to go back in time and check out his journey and find out more about him." Adam Frazier from Slash Film was on Around the Galaxy a couple months ago and predicted that perhaps the Boba Fett show would feature glimpses into the galaxy's most notorious bounty hunter's past, and perhaps he was right. Speaking of The Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal and Ewan McGregor shot an episode of Variety's show Actors on Actors, a show where two actors interview one another, and it set off a flurry of rumors and speculation. While the popular belief over several months has been that The Mandalorian Season 3 is in production, and I have it from sources that it might even possibly have wrapped, Pedro Pascal gave some differing information telling Ewan, quote, "We haven't shot a third season." What this means for the timing of the show is still unknown, and some have said that they believe this may be a misdirect. Speaking of misdirects, Liam Neeson, the actor who brought Obi-Wan's Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn to life and death in The Phantom Menace, appeared on ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live, and the host asked if we would see him on the upcoming Kenobi series, and he was extremely unconvincing in denying that he had been approached by Disney to make an appearance in the show that is now shooting. In fact, photos from the set have been leaked and can be found in the links below. However, fans have been very vocal about hoping to see Qui-Gon as a Force ghost in the Disney Plus show when it debuts next year. Keeping with unsubstantiated Disney Plus rumors, some familiar faces have been rumored to be joining the Cassian Andor series. According to the website The Direct, Ben Mendelsohn will be part of the show, reprising his role as Orson Krennic. Additionally, rumors have surfaced that Forrest Whitaker will be returning to play Saw Gerrera. And while this series is set to take place before the events of Rogue One, spoiler alert, everyone died in the movie, it appears that the show will expand beyond just the Cassian character and provide backstory to additional key players. In related news, Hasbro unveiled a line of 6-inch Black Series figures featuring more than half a dozen Rogue One characters. This includes re-releases of Jyn Erso, Cassian Andor, K2SO, Chirrut Îmwe, and Baze Malbus, and brand new Rogue One figures for Bodhi Rook, Galen Erso, and Antok Merrick. All of them are currently available for pre-order, with the Galen Erso and Anton Merrick figures being Target exclusives. Additionally, there are Black Series figures being planned for Fennec Shand, Nomad Boba Fett, Cobb Vanth, Bib Fortuna, and Mayfeld from the latest season of The Mandalorian. Upon finishing shooting for Marvel's Thor: Love and Thunder, director Taika Waititi told the Sydney Morning Herald that he hopes his Star Wars project will be the next thing on his docket, but, quote, "There's a whole lot of other little things that I've got my sticky little fingers attached to, so we'll see." Other than the cartoonish Star Wars logo presented at the shareholders meeting, there is no information available on the Oscar winner's Star Wars project. In spoiler news, The Bad Batch dropped episode 7 of the 16-installment run and closed Wrecker's Headache arc. Last week's inclusion of the polarizing Martez sisters from the Ahsoka-specific arc in Clone Wars Season 7 saw the older sister Rafa tipping off a mysterious hologram figure in a cloak about the location of our heroes. Turns out it was fan favorite and Ahsoka's pal, clone Captain Rex. Rex warns them that the inhibitor chips are more dangerous than they know and meets the Bad Batch on Bracca, the spaceship graveyard seen in Jedi Fallen Order, to have the chips removed. Wrecker finally succumbs to the Order 66, and just before anything really bad happens, Rex saves the day. All their chips are safely removed, and yet somehow Hunter's brain surgery didn't involve damaging his full head of Rambo hair. And then Rex bids them a farewell and adieu after trying to recruit them to what is probably the earliest forms of the rebellion, and the Bad Batch is spotted by scrappers and reported to the Empire. This episode seems to conclude the opening act of the series and sets us up to go into a new story area. Well, that wraps it up for this week's Disturbances in the Force. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for regular updates. Check out Around the Galaxy podcast for weekly in-depth interviews with people behind the Star Wars fandom, and follow us on all your social media channels at ATGcast. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.